How's it going, folks? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet. Today we're checking out Popular Mechanics 1983. Holy hell, they're still advertising cast iron wood stoves. You can't even get those installed anymore. Hell, we're just lucky ours got grandfathered in. I always love the advertisement section. Now this here, the light bulb can now burn more because you get a little chip that switches the power from AC to DC, but I thought you needed a different light bulb if you were going to run on DC power. I frickin' love 80s cars and trucks, American ones, not so much the European ones. Interesting advertisement. Man, when I was little, a grandfather clock was such a wondrous thing to have. It was always so cool to have such big things, but in these days, nobody really wants the big things. It's like just a giant wood pile. We can get the time in something smaller than that. The last time I seen something practical and put in something so large it had a radio in it. This one actually. I stand a bit higher than it. You can see over here, yeah, I got the radio knob. Get high on altitude, speed, and oxygen legally. Join the Air Force. Is this that nice Reliant automobile that the Bare Naked Ladies were singing about? Man, I don't care what kind of car, I don't care what it looks like. Just make it so it gets me from point A to point B. That's all I care about. Look at this man, he has no arms. Interesting how the black, it almost looks like it's not proportional. Oh well, he's cool because he smokes these cigarettes. Nothing makes me wetter than these two words, chainsaw and liquidation. I mean, I prefer the electric ones, but the gas power ones, they just have this roar that terrifies anyone. I do not miss those cameras. Can't actually say I knew that they were using these in the 80s. I kind of thought that that kind of camera went away a long time ago. They don't work now, they didn't work then. But they made us feel like it did. Isn't that the way magic works? I mean, a placebo effect. If you think the pill works, then it works. If you think this thing works, then maybe the rats will just go with the power of your positive thought and leave. Oh, that is so cool. I want to see that thing drag the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. It's not really a cool boat unless you got a good looking whammons on the end of it. But really, look at all the cool stuff you can get for it. So digital. All that it gives you is basic numbers. What is this, just your speed? Okay, that's the speedometer. Cool. Now I wonder how those things would be able to tell how fast you were going without a GPS or without something to see how fast your wheels were moving. If you change the wheels on your car to a bigger or larger set, does it give you inaccurate speed information? Look at me acting like I know this stuff works. I'm asking questions here. Holy frick, check this out. Car of the future sends back to home base where you are, what time it is, and all that stuff. And they even got a nifty little remote that they can control your car with. Wait a sec, no, that's a screen on the inside of the car. Why don't you show us the dash? Map locator's hooked up a satellite that is GPS. Nice! Oh, I love the retrofuturism drawings they do in these things, the sketches, but I always hate seeing women and children, the ones being saved. Maybe that's how they're trying to ping my emotions, though, seriously. You better get her in and get her a hot coffee, boys, seriously. Holy hell, that is so badass. So he's just hovering above that, right? He's just sitting right there. You gotta have balls of steel and true. Man, I've seen some pretty talented American helicopter pilots and videos, especially the search and rescue guys. Whoa, they got some talent. Oh, this is about what's going on in the on cover. Okay, they came down. They came down and hit a bridge. Oh no, they hit a bridge? Hell. And it was folks from Florida. They don't know what to do when the snow comes. She's from Florida. Get her out. Send her home. I'm just kidding, seriously. This Thanksgiving, I would like to thank the pilots for, man, being crazy enough to make that work. If they hit one frickin' tree, they'd be done. Moving on to new RVs, or as we call them in Portland, as they call them in Portland, war rigs. Big piece on ultralight plane kits. Of course, you don't have to have a license for this. Hopefully you have to be insured, because if you drop something, let's hope it doesn't land on anyone. I have to research if that's ever happened before. I mean, it's turning out there's lots of little stories that we don't hear about that end up kind of getting buried because nobody goes on to them. Nobody gets into them. Man, these old school solar heating options were complicated. Seriously. I mean, I bet they work, but it's a lot going into that system, isn't there? I don't think it'd work here in Canada between October and January. NiCad Ever-Ready Rechargeables. I love the battery advertisements. Well, you know, we're getting into the 80s when people and advertisements are actually using personal protective equipment, eh? Hey everyone, let's drive around in our Pontiac Trans Ams while it's snowing. Yay! I want that car. Oh, I want that car. It looks so American 80s. I want it so bad. So that one's European, right? I don't know. It just looks a little more fabulous. Now, I like the look and the usability of the American, or sorry, the Asian vehicles, but I gotta say, there's just something so nice about an American truck, American car, especially from the 80s. Winston, yeah. Okay, these guys look like they might have seen a little bit of dirt one day. Anyways, I wonder if you can even get Winstons anymore. I don't think we ever could in Canada here. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me, Neff from the Stack Bets. Take care of each other. Have a good one.